Well, hello, everybody. Today I want to talk to you about the top 3 ways that visiting the Bosnian pyramids has changed my life. How spending time in the tunnels, climbing the pyramids, even just sitting in the village having a coffee steeped in the pyramid energies really created some major transformation in my life. And while there's more than 3 ways, these are the top 3 ways that I'd like to share with you right now. I first heard about the Bosnian pyramids in 2012, made my first visit June 2013. I have been back many times since. I'm taking groups there to work with the energies. And I just love this. It's like my spiritual home, my energetic home. So the number one way that the Bosnian pyramids really changed my life started on my first visit, when my feminine aspects, my divine feminine, really blossomed, went into next level experience. And this encompassed so many things. My vibration started to rise rapidly. I was tapping into 5D energies, especially that love energy. And the love energy, all aspects of it, whether it was the oneness of love, the love for humanity, the love for what I do, what I'm passionate about, love in relationships, and most definitely self-love. In fact, after my very first visit to the Bosnian pyramids, I came home and I had a very strong visual and understanding of who I am as a divine being of light, who you are, that we are love. And I held the purpose in my intentions, in my visualization, just to walk around this world as this big ball of light, so that even if someone didn't read one of my posts or I didn't give a word to someone, that they could feel that love vibration and then choose to receive it for their own experience or not. The second way the Bosnian pyramids really changed my life was career focus, because after the first and then the second visit I made to the pyramids, I understood that I was an ambassador to the Bosnian pyramids, and to spread the word about them and to work with their energies in my sessions, in the group work. And I also had that inspiration while I was in Visoko to create the Bosnian pyramid activations, which many of you have, because I know that a lot of people may not get a chance to go to Visoko and see them live and in person, but you can still work with the energies, experience them in a profound way. In other visits, I was inspired by programs to create, like the Miracle Creating Program, to develop the Eclipse program to what it is today, and to do energy updates really on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, to help people navigate the cosmic waters and really understand what is going on energetically, so that they can harness those energies and flow with them and use them in their life purpose, their life journey, right? Work with what we are being given. And so my focus, my career focus, went from simply working with people's belief systems, which I still do because that's the core of what I do, but also incorporating the Bosnian pyramid energies into everything, plus also creating those classes and webinars and programs that I was so inspired to do during my time at the Bosnian pyramids. As a result, I was able to reach more people. My income grew. I was excited, even more excited about the work that I was doing of being in service to the world. And yes, that opened up my money channels, which was a beautiful, beautiful bonus to all of this. The third way I would like to speak to you about is relationships. So I've always been very social, had a lot of friends, close to my family, but working with the Bosnian pyramid energy, spending time with them really started to, wow, it just opened me up to even greater more meaningful relationships, some of them romantic, some of them friendships. I was meeting people from all around the world. I mean, people that maybe I only met for 2 weeks, but I consider them friends, like really good friends, because we had some amazing times together. And I understood more deeply how having relationships and that social contact and just spending time with humanity is so important, because sometimes I can seclude. I can be a little bit of a loner. I love my alone time, especially as being a nomad right now. I do spend a lot of time on my own, just, in front of my computer, but the relationships, I'm always building and strengthening relationships and releasing the ones that no longer serve. And it was much easier to do that after my visits to the Bosnian pyramids. It was really, really good. So those are the top 3 ways that the Bosnian pyramids have changed my life. As I said, I could sit here and list over and over, get really specific with details, but those are amazing, amazing ways. And all I had to do was go and visit and be in the energies, be with the sun pyramid, climb upon the moon pyramid, meditate in the Ravne Tunnels, sit in the cafes and gaze up at the pyramids and allow the energies to work with me. Being in allowance, that was key. And so, I'm not the only one. I know many people who would tell you stories about how the Bosnian pyramids changed their life. I'm going to share some of those with you. But before I do that, I just want to remind everybody that the next Sacred Spirit Journey to the Bosnian pyramids that I am hosting is coming up this fall, September 29th to October 8th, 2019. I'll meet you in Sarajevo. We're going to take a nice tour of that beautiful city, one of my most favorite cities in the world, before we head up to Visoko for some extended time with the pyramids and the Ravne Tunnels. And let's see how they're going to work with you in your life. We will be visiting, of course, the Sun Pyramid and Cumulus and the Moon Pyramid, my favorite spot in the valley. For the first time ever, I'm able to take you up onto Dragon and Love Pyramids. That wasn't available to us before. We're also going to spend time in the center of the valley in the energetic field. Now, if you have studied about the Bosnian pyramids, if you've heard about them before, you may have heard that the Moon Pyramid, the Sun Pyramid, and Dragon Pyramid form a triangle. And right in the center of that triangle, in the center of the valley, there is an energy field. And I have made arrangements that we're going to be able to go and spend time standing on this energy field. I spent a lot of time there last year. And it's high vibration. You can feel, I could feel myself trembling. Lie down on the grass, sit on the grass, meditate, look at the sun, look at the moon, look at Dragon, look at Love. Temple of Mother Earth is there. And allow the energies to work with you in a very profound way. We're going to attend a Sufi ceremony and have dinner with a Sufi community. This is something also new to the itinerary. And of course, a favorite of going to visit the very mysterious stone spheres. So you can find out all the information on my website. I have a page up with day-to-day itinerary, all the details, registration information. Basically, if you're ready to say yes and come with me on this trip, just pop me an email and we will get the ball rolling. The link is below in the comments section. Okay, so more ways that the Bosnian pyramids have worked with people. And these are all people that I personally know. And I know that if you sat and you talked to them, they will say that the Bosnian pyramids, spending time in Visoko, was the stimulus to the changes that they made in their life. They have very fond memories and reflections of their time in Bosnia, and like myself, many have been back again and again. So romance seems to happen in Visoko Valley, right? So think about it. People from all over the world are coming. You have the local Bosnians, you have the, local people from the Balkans, but people from all over the world come to visit the Bosnian pyramids. And wow, the Bosnian pyramids are matchmakers. It's like they just bring people together. People have amazing soul connections and soul family connections, but there's also romance. So on my first trip, there were two people that I journeyed with, one from Sweden, one from Denmark. Sparks started to fly. They moved with it. They rolled with it. And just a couple of weeks ago, they got married in the most beautiful ceremony in Sweden, which was really exciting. I know a lovely Bosnian girl who met a guy from America. They had a whirlwind romance. They got married. They're living in the US and building a family. I'd like to tell you a story about a gentleman I know from Spain. So after his time in the Bosnian pyramids, he went back home and felt inspired to quit smoking. He lost weight. He started to work out, change his body. And he's a really smart guy, has a really technical job in the technology, the computer industry. He had a great job in Spain, but he wanted to travel the world. That was one of his dreams. He got a contract job. He moved halfway around the world. He made lots of money. He enjoyed himself. He thought, oh, this is what I love to do. Got another contract job, this time in Switzerland. Met a girl, fell in love, had a baby. And if you talk to him, he would say, yes, that time that I spent in Visoko really changed my life. Another guy that I know, he also went back home after his time in Visoko. He too quit smoking. He felt motivated, right? He had that health vibration lifted inside of him. He quit smoking. He has a great job. He makes good money, but he wasn't following his passion. And so he went back to school and studied for what he wanted to do, recently graduated. So while he's still doing his job, because he likes his job, it's very lucrative for him, he's pursuing his passion. He too met a girl, and they're in the midst of a romance that is continuing to blossom every day. And yes, he quit smoking cold turkey. And while he says it wasn't easy, he did it. And will again say, the pyramids started to change everything inside of him. I'm just being reminded now of another romance that I'm well aware of. Two people, one from Bulgaria, one from the UK, met in Bosnia. They too, it was like a collision, a beautiful collision of energies, and they went off and started to build a life together. I know a person who was told that she would never have a child. And she spent a lot of time in Visoko Valley, especially in the Ravne Tunnels, not seeking or intending to have a baby, but just to receive that healing on her body. And within a few months after leaving Visoko, she found out that she was pregnant. And she carried that baby to term, and that baby is not a baby anymore. She's a beautiful being of light. And this lovely lady will also say, yeah, something happened there when I was in the Ravne Tunnels. Now, there are so many stories about people whose lives have changed, and they will say, maybe they can't scientifically prove it that this happened because they were at the Bosnian pyramids, but they know that it is a high energy place, that there is magic there, inspirations, motivations, shifts and changes. And so please join me on the upcoming Bosnian Pyramid Sacred Spirit Journey. We are going to steep ourselves in these energies. We are going to be open to receive them into every cell of our body, on the mental, the emotional, the physical level, to create change and see what kind of change that will translate into your life. All right, everybody, have a fantastic day. Thank you for being such a brave and courageous and faithful soul on this beautiful journey we call life. Mwah. Ciao, everyone.